breaking news out of Florida. We've just learned 3 people died in a small plane crash near Interstate 95 in Boca Raton. The FAA says the Cessna 310 was headed to Tallahassee when it crashed near the Boca Raton airport. ABC News transportation reporter Sam Sweeney has the latest. Sam, I know you just got an update from first responders. What are they saying?
Well, they say that plane took off earlier this morning from the Boca Raton airport and had some sort of mechanical problem. The pilot talking back and forth with the air traffic control and trying to bring that plane safely back to Boca, but fell just short of the runway, crashing and exploding into a fireball by those railroad tracks, that surface road, and of course that overpass on I-95, which was shut down at the time. Those firefighters putting out those flames. But as you mentioned, we now know that the 3 people on board that plane were killed.
Sam, I want to ask you about this video from Flight Radar 24 on X. It's tracking the plane's flight path before the crash, and it appears to show the plane trying to return to the airport after it took off. What do you make of that?
Based on that, if you have an emergency, the first thing you want to do is figure out what's going on and get that plane safely on the ground. Clearly, this pilot had some sort of issue controlling the aircraft because he couldn't or she could not get that plane on the ground. It was in the air for about 15 to 20 minutes. Normally, it would have circled back and come back and they would have figured out the problem. But this plane, there was likely a control issue, and that's what investigators will focus on.
So what's next in the investigation?
Well, investigators will go through all that perishable evidence there on the ground. Was there any sort of camera on board? What was the pilot telling air traffic control? And then they'll look at the plane, anything that is left that wasn't on fire, and they will bring that to a secure location, and then they will do their investigation. And the goal of these investigations is to figure out what happened so they can let everybody else know, make corrective measures if they need to be made to prevent such an accident from happening again.
All right, Sam Sweeney, thank you.